All praises, all praises. Ariyah Israel. You know, we talk about languages, right? We talking about the Arabic language versus the Hebrew language, or is it the same thing? We finna figure this out today. Check it out. We brought this out before, and we told you guys. We said the Hebrew are the people. The Hebrews are the people, and they speak like an Aramaic, you know what I'm saying, type of language, right? They different ways of speaking it. You got like Sephoric, you got modern day, you got the Paleo Hebrew, you know, you got uh so-called that's say Safari. I can't think of all of them at the moment because I don't got them all in front of me, right? But I got this dictionary real quick, and I'm finna go to this dictionary. We're gonna break it down with this dictionary first. Well, secondly, because first we're gonna go to the word of Yahweh. We're gonna go to Tadarawa. You know what I'm saying? We're in the first book of Kings, right? 17th chapter. We at the second verse. We're gonna actually, start at the second verse. But know that this is Elijah the prophet. The Most High Yahweh came to Elijah the prophet. You know what I'm saying? Now here we go. Say the word of Yahweh came to him saying, say, go from here and turn eastward. You shall hide in the Cherith brook, which faces the Jordan. All right. So the Most High came to Yahweh and he told him, go from here, go eastward. You shall hide in the Cherith brook, which faces the Jordan. Right. It shall be that you will drink from the brook, and I have commanded the ravens to supply you with food there. So the Most High Yahweh told the ravens to supply, he commanded the ravens to supply Elijah with food, and he said, go and you're going to eat from the brook there. This is what he's telling Elijah, right? So this may be different from anything Elijah ever went through, though. This might be something very new to him, right? He might be thinking like, wow, I'm finna be sustained by ravens, you know. I gotta drink out of a brook, you know. He might have been using some form of cup, you know, because they wasn't stupid in back in the day, you know. They wasn't stupid. They was very intelligent, right? So he might have been doing something. Most I might be telling him go eastward and hide in the Cherith brook, right? But it might be something way different from what he used to, right? But he did it, right? He followed the Most High's order, right? He followed his thorough wow, right? Because he got to know the thorough wow to have these thoughts for the Most High to come to him, right? So, and for him to be a teacher, he got to know the thorough wow, right? But the Most High came to him how in Numbers it tell you, he come to you, in a daydream or while you sleeping, right? In a divination. Then he speak to you within a dream, right? So this the state that Elijah was in when y'all came to him. You know what I'm saying? And he still walked in faith in his carnal, you know what I'm saying, physical world. He still walked in faith, right? It says, verse 5, he says, so he went and acted accordingly, what? To the words of Yahweh. See? He went and settled in the Cherith brook, which faces the Jordan. Verse 6, the ravens would bring him bread and meat in the morning, bread and meat in the evening, and he would drink from the brook. It happened at the end of the year that the brook dried up, right? For there was no rain in the land. See, now the brook, after a year, the brook road done dried up. You know what I'm saying? But for a whole year, he was there hiding in the Cherith brook, drinking from the Cherith brook, right? And the ravens were supplying him with food. See this? See, this is unheard of today. See, in today's era, who would believe? Who would believe that Yah will sustain them, you know what I'm saying, in the wilderness? I believe. You know, that's why, you know what I'm saying, when I talk about leaving this country, you know what I'm saying, like, I don't need nothing. I just need, you know what I'm saying, to be able to go. You know what I'm saying? And I just need to be able to follow Yah. right? And this the spirit that I try to put in my household. You know what I'm saying? Just follow Yahweh. Because he gonna protect us. He gonna guide us. You know what I'm saying? He gonna sustain us. You know what I'm saying? Follow this Torah and we will be sustained. Just believe, have faith in Yahweh. Because there ain't no Jesus. Ain't no Jebus. You know what I'm saying? No Jebus in the Torah. Right? But verse 8, he say, the word of Yahweh came to him saying, see? So now we see the word of Yahweh come to him again saying what? Arise and go to Zarephath of the territory of Sidon and settle there. Behold, I have commanded a widow to sustain you there. See there? So now he say, go to Zarephath. And he said, I'm going to have a widow come sustain you there. So you're going to be drinking out of cups again. You dig what I'm saying? You're going to be eating out of plates again. If that's what they was using, the utensils they used. Because remember, you know what I'm saying, when they built their altars, you know what I'm saying, they had to drain the blood, so they had to use some type of knife or something to drain this blood from this meat. You know what I'm saying? In order to make their sacrifices to the Most High Yahweh. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure they had some type of utensil going. You know what I'm saying? So I don't look at my people as eating like animals and stuff like that because we've always had intelligence, right? Because we follow order of the Most High Yahweh, right? So with that, we're gonna I wanted to bring that story out right there just to show Elijah's faith, man. You know what I'm saying? The faith that he had in the Most High Yahweh. Because like you gotta think, we've been in servitude longer than Egypt in America. We've been in servitude over 400 years, man. And you gotta think, like, we haven't been speaking the Hebrew language long since my existence. I'm 38 years old. 38. And in my existence, I haven't heard many people speaking the Hebrew language. Not until I got into the Torah. You know what I'm saying? And got to talking to like the Torah Knights. And then, you know what I'm saying? We got into the Hebrew, you know what I'm saying? Dealing with Judah Nash, you know what I'm saying? And dealing with this truth. You know what I'm saying? All praises for the Torah Knights, our brothers. You know? Because the Torah Knights, we the only ones pushing this truth. You know what I'm saying? And sincerity of heart, hoping ears cling to it, eyes could see it. You know what I'm saying? The word of Yahweh. You know? And that's like why we bringing this out, because we trying to bring some understanding to you people, man. Because our people just so lost, man. Understand that you, through your blood, man, your blood makes you a Hebrew man. Your blood makes you a Hebrew woman, right? So because you're a Hebrew man, don't make your language Hebrew. You know what I'm saying? Even though we do call it that. Like the paleo isn't Hebrew. You know what I'm saying? But it's paleo. You know what I'm saying? We call it paleo because the Hebrews spoke it. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to go to this dictionary, right? It's called the New World Hebrew Dictionary I have in front of me. And I'm going to go to this to it. It's in the note, right? And the consonant that sound alike. The consonants that sound alike. Talk about the cat, the cup, the tat, the ta, and the samat and sin. Shit, right? Then it got the note, right? So we're going into the notes, right? Okay. You say there actually are slight differences in pronunciation between these pairs. However, relatively few Hebrew speakers exhibit them. The majority of such pairs originate from, let's take it slow. They originate from Afro-Asiatic, particularly, right? Particularly Arabic-speaking countries or families. One more time. The majority of such pairs originate from it originates from what? Afro-Asiatic, particularly Arabic speaking countries or families. right? These speakers carry into Hebrew distinctions that are fully functionable in Arabic. This is from the dictionary that the people put together. You know what I'm saying? So now we're gonna go into the connections between Arabic and the Hebrew, because I'm not trying to make a real long video. I just want to bring this out because it's been on my heart, and then it's incredible because I know this brother's been talking about the same thing. You know what I'm saying? And I just been wanting to bring it out myself. It's just been on my heart. You know what I'm saying? All praise to the Most High Yahweh. All right. But you can see on the screen it says connections between the Arabic and the Hebrew. For decades, non-linguists thought Arabic and Hebrew were nearly the same, especially Arabic speakers who pronounce Hebrew as Ibri and the Arabic as Arabi, or Ibri and the Arabic as Arabi, actually, with the same letters but with a different order. This blog will cover some comparisons and difference between Arabic and Hebrew. Arabic, quick look. Arabic is a Central Semitic language closely related to Arabic, right? Hebrew, Ugaritic, and Phoenician. Modern Standard Arabic is a distinct form or more conservative than all of its current spoken varieties, and is the only official Arabic language. It's the language of the Quran and the native language for more than 290 million people, right? Hebrew, quick look. Hebrew is a West Semitic language of the Afro-Asiatic language family, like what we were talking about in the New World Hebrew Dictionary, right? The Webster's New World Hebrew Dictionary, the Afro-Asiatic language family. Historically, it is regarded as the language of the Israelites and their ancestors. See, this is what we're talking about. Although the language was not referred to by the name Hebrew in the Tanakh Hebrew Bible, see, because the Hebrew is the people, right? And it was the Hebrew people's Bible, Torah, Tanakh, that Yahweh gave to them to follow, right? To walk after. It's not just a book. You don't just read it, man. You got to get it, right? Say the earliest examples of the written Paleo Hebrew date from the 10th century BCE. Today, Hebrew is spoken by 9 million people worldwide. Similarities we're going to. But you see, like I was talking about, the Paleo is like the oldest form of the so-called Hebrew language, you know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying? It still is what? It's a West Semitic language of the Afro-Asiatic language family, right? That's what we're talking about. We let you know that the Hebrew is a man, and they speak pretty much, it's Hebrew, but it's like Aramaic too. You know what I'm saying? Because it originates from what? The majority of these languages, the Afro-Asiatic, particularly Arabic-speaking countries, or what? Families. Right. So now we're going into these similarities, right? Because both languages belong to the Semitic language family, they are similar. As a Arabic speaker, you will easily notice the strong similarities between both languages. If you listen to a Hebrew conversation, you will also start connecting pronunciation and the sounds to figure out how similar they are, and wonder, is that true that an Arabic speaker can easily learn Hebrew or vice versa, as most people think? But another similarity is shared vocabulary structure, binyanim, which dictates how verbs are conjunctured. The best way to answer that is to present some examples from the two languages to show how they are connected. Examples, here we go, the examples of similar words between the two languages. And we got the Hebrew, well, we got the English, the Hebrew pronunciation, and the Arabic pronunciation. Watch this, man, because I don't know if you guys seen this before, right? But this is the examples. In English, right, we got boy. In Hebrew, we got yaled. And in Aramaic, we got walad or walad, right? But all of them means the same thing. It's like boy. And then you got girl, which in Hebrew means bat. And in Arabic pronunciation, it's but bent, right? Which is very close in pronunciation. Then you got in English, you got son, which is in Hebrew pronunciation is shamash, and in the Aramaic is shams, right? Then you have peace in Hebrew, which is shalom or shalawam, and in Aramaic is salam, right? Then you have day in English. Well, in Hebrew it's yom, and in Aramaic it's also yom. Very close and similarities between the two languages. Now look at the pronunciation we're going to talk about. Aramaic and Hebrew speakers in Middle Eastern backgrounds easily notice the strong pronunciation similarities they share. Both Arabic and Hebrew pronunciation systems have more flexibility to pronounce several vowels and some of tricky letters which most European speakers cannot easily pronounce. Pronounced as ha, pronounced as an. As for the Hebrew pronunciation, it's divided into two main forms, dialect Sephardic and Ashkenazi. See, and the Sephardic would be our people, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Noah, you know what I'm saying? And the Ashkenazi would be the ones who, the fake Jews, you know what I'm saying? Because they're not Jews, you know what I'm saying? But they like Russian, you know what I'm saying? Khazarian bloodline, you know what I'm saying? And they adopted our culture, you know what I'm saying? That's the Ashkenazi, you know what I'm saying? That's where your Yiddish come from, you know what I'm saying? This causes the Sephardic and Ashkenazi. This causes several pronunciation issues easily noticed when visiting Israel. Look at the differences, right? Hebrew and Aramaic are different languages. Even though, even though there are many similarities, there are so many differences. The Hebrew has 22 letters. The Aramaic alphabet has 28. The Aramaic letters are written in cursive. Hebrew letters cannot be joined. Modern Hebrew is influenced by the Roman, Slavic, and Germanic languages. See, modern day Hebrew, now that would be the Yiddish, the Ashkenazi Jew. All right, Hebrew is two main dialects. See, Ashkenazi dialect used by the European Jews, so-called Jews, and the descendants of the Sephardic dialect, which would be our people, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, you know, used by Jews from the Mediterranean and East and Middle Eastern areas. See, our people. There are numerous Aramaic dialects, including Levantine Aramaic, Mesopotamian Aramaic, Egyptian Aramaic, Gulf Aramaic, and Central Asian Aramaic. Summary: Aramaic and Hebrew both belong to what? The Semitic language families, making them similar languages. The structure, pronunciations, and words resemble one another. However, there are separate languages. A native Hebrew speaker typically won't easily understand a native Aramaic speaker without learning the language structure and vocabulary, and vice versa, because we are the actual Hebrew people, but the languages are like cousins of one another, so you can learn it a whole lot easier. And when you look at the Hebrew, so-called Hebrew, the modern day Hebrew that they put in the Tanakh today, right? It's Yiddish. You know what I'm saying? So what we do is we take that Yiddish out. You know what I'm saying? We don't even use that part. You know what I'm saying? And we pronounce it, you know what I'm saying, as the paleo, right? All right. So give me 1 second.